Just put in the chat box if I am properly audible to you all. Can anyone just key in the responses if my voice is clear? If you can hear me properly? Hello? Am I audible clearly, crisply? Okay, great. I got a response. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right then. So before I start off with the session, I would just like you to inform that what all we have covered so far. So far, we have covered the basic introduction to the parts of speech, how to use the module to the best of your abilities. And so far, we have done in parts of speech the nouns, the pronoun, and adjectives. So, like I said, like it was said in the initial part of the session that there are all like 8 main parts of speeches, and so far we have done 3, and we'll be doing the 4th and the 5th in today's session. All right. So a good amount of coverage has been done so far in this particular session that we are doing on basic English. I don't need to go into the introduction that who am I and what all things, because it's been quite a long time being with you and helping you learn the basics of English grammar, because as I had been saying in the earlier sessions, the basics are the things that are actually going to make them the difference that you're going to experience once the course is covered. All right. So continuing in that manner, the 4th topic and the 5th topic, because we'll be doing both these topics today itself, which is verb. And if you are not much aware of what verbs are or what verbs do, what is the importance of verbs in English grammar, and the amount of involvement that verbs have in any kind of sentence formation or any kind of expression of anything that we do, then you will learn each and everything in this session. All right. So I'll just move ahead with this thing. And in the meantime, if you encounter any kind of a problem or any kind of an issue regarding to the video or the voice quality, just key in your responses through the chat box, and I'll come to know. So I'll repeat it again if you would have missed out for any reason of net relating to the telecom network or whatever. Just key in the response that you missed out of a certain portion of the session. So I'll repeat that again. All right. So moving ahead. Yes. All right then. If I may ask one question to you all, what is the first thing that you do when you get up in the morning? Or if I say, what all do you do during the day? Or what are you doing as in present as we are in this particular live session? Then all these questions that I said, they cannot be said without the use of verb. Because like I said, verbs are all the actions that we do. Every action that we do, like I am speaking, or I am writing, I'm even sleeping. We call sleeping as a no activity, but even sleeping is an activity in English grammar, because it's very clearly said, like all the actions that we do, sleeping is also kind of an action. Similarly, running is a kind of an action. Okay, run is an action, eat is an action, write is an action. So we cannot write any sentence in English without the use of verb. Every action that we do is called verb. All right. I'll mix it up a little bit with Hindi and English. All right. Like I had been doing all the sessions so far. I'll mix it up with Hindi and English so as to reach a larger audience. Okay. So हम जो भी एक्शन या जो भी कार्य या जो भी काम करते हैं is called verb. The term given to any kind of an action that is being done or was done or will be done, all right, will be called as verbs. क्रिया करने वाले सभी शब्दों को verbs बोलते हैं. ये it's a kind of a doing word where something is done. All right. For example, there are some words that I mentioned in the screen. If and I presume the screen is clearly visible to you all. The words like run, like I said, run, fight, do, work, they all convey some kind of an action. Okay. Run is a kind of an action. If I say run, immediate thing that comes to your mind is that there is somebody moving on his legs, running, because you cannot run without the legs. All right. Someone is fighting. There is a huge fight that broke out near my house. So fight is a kind of an action where two people are involved and they don't like each other for some reasons, or they might have had some kind of an argument or something or the other. But then again, fight is an action. All right. Do. I am doing. I am taking a class. All right. So taking a class is an action. I'm taking a class. I'm teaching. Teaching is an action. Okay. So these are verbs are like what? They are all doing words. Another example of the same. Verbs always have some subject, because any action cannot be done just randomly. There is someone or something receiving or doing that action. So a verb always has a subject in it. Like for example, I've put it in a sentence in that particular slide that you're seeing in front of you. Nikhil speaks English. Okay. So here Nikhil is what? Nikhil is the subject because he is the one who is doing the action. Nikhil is the subject and speaks is the word because speak is an action. If I'm saying something, I'm speaking. Okay. मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Nikhil, मेरा नाम निखिल है. Nikhil is a subject who is doing the action of speaking. निखिल बोल रहा है. In हिंदी अगर मैं बोलूँ तो Nikhil speaks English मतलब निखिल इंग्लिश बोल रहा है. So Nikhil is the subject who is doing the action, and the action that Nikhil is doing is what? Is speaking English. So speaks becomes the verb over here. And अगर इसको थोड़ा और elucidate करें हम, तो verbs are those words that, जैसा अभी बोला मैंने आपको, verbs are those words that tell us what a subject does or is doing. They describe it. Similar examples. Action. Action में क्या है? Like I say, Akshat plays football. तो यहाँ पर action क्या हो रहा है? Plays. Plays is the action that Akshat is doing. Akshat plays football. Subject concerned here in the sentence is Akshat. Akshat plays football. ठीक है? फुटबॉल एक नाउन हो गया आपके लिए. ठीक है. अब स्टेट की बात करते हैं हम. श्रीकांत सीम्स काइंड. ओके. श्रीकांत सीम्स काइंड. श्रीकांत एक काइंड का मतलब बहुत अच्छा, एक वेल विशिंग इंडिविजुअल है. तो श्रीकांत सीम्स काइंड. तो इस तरीके से ये एक्शन हो गया एक तरीके का. ओके. अभी यहाँ पर नाउ वी लुक इनटू द थ्री मेन टाइप्स ऑफ वर्ब्स. Three types of verbs. They are always action or doing words. Okay. The three types of verbs are action verb, verbs of being, and then they are linking verbs. Okay. And for example, action verbs are those wherein some of the action that is being physical or mental that is being done. Like in the earlier slide we said about that Akshat plays football. Okay. Here the example for Kapil is playing football. The action, the physical action that is being done is that Akshat is playing football. So receiving the action is football. Doing the action is playing. And the person doing the action is Kapil. And the verbs of being. Being बीइंग वर्ब्स के फॉर्म्स कैसे होते हैं? आइदर जैसे हम बोलते हैं इज है, वर है, आर, हैज और हैव, was, had been, will be. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम यहाँ पे इमेज पे देखें तो मैं अगर बोलूं आपसे कि डिस्क्राइब दैट पर्टिकुलर पिक्चर इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, अगर यहाँ पर ये पर्टिकुलर पिक्चर जो आप देख रहे हैं, अगर मैं बोलूं डिस्क्राइब दैट पिक्चर, तो आपके दिमाग में क्या आएगा? व्हाट द इमीडिएट थॉट दैट विल कम टू योर माइंड वुड बी immediately either you would say she looks like a doctor or she is a doctor, right? So अगर मैं she is a doctor, verbs of being, मैं कौन हूं, who am I, the questions that ask you who am I, they are verbs of being. Like if you were to say who am I am a teacher, okay, मैं टीचर हूं. Similarly she is a doctor, ओके तो ये वर्ब्स ऑफ बीइंग हो गया. अब थर्ड में आते हैं हम, तो विच इज लिंकिंग वर्ब्स. लिंकिंग वर्ब्स क्या होते हैं? दे लिंक द सब्जेक्ट. बेसिकली जैसे मैंने बोला ना अभी, सब्जेक्ट कौन होता है? कंसर्न, जो कि वहां पर जो डूअर और रिसीवर ऑफ द एक्शन होता है वो सब्जेक्ट में होता है, ठीक है, विद इट्स कॉम्प्लीमेंट फॉर्म्स. जैसे एग्जांपल अपीयर, फेल, टेस्ट, लुक, be is being. All right. Similarly, in this particular example, if you say, it looks quite humorous, but then again, our teacher is hard working. Our teacher is hard working. Okay. Like अभी आप उसको इमेज में होकर देख पा रहे हैं, टीचर के लिए क्या होता है, उसको कितना कुछ करना पड़ता है, उसको लैपटॉप को जाना पड़ता है, lot of things that the teacher has to do before the class, during the class, and even after the class. Okay, so our teacher is hard working. Okay, so ये three types of verbs हुए. इनके और भी अभी एग्जांपल्स हम आगे लेंगे to make the points clearer into your mind. अब फिर इसमें इन्हीं सीरीज में जैसा मैंने बोला कि थ्री काइंड्स ऑफ वर्ब्स हो गए. अब थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ वर्ब्स आपके क्या हो गए थे? एक्शन, वर्ब्स ऑफ बीइंग एंड लिंकिंग वर्ब्स हो गए. Similarly in the series there are regular verbs and irregular verbs. अभी क्वेश्चन दिमाग में आएगा, verbs, मैंने बोला था at the starting कि verbs are the most important topic in English grammar. You cannot do anything without the use of verbs. Alright, so verbs एक बहुत बड़ा vast topic है. इसको अगर समझ लिया ना अच्छे से ना, तो समझ लिया ऑलमोस्ट आधा काम तो आपका ऐसे ही हो गया. If you could understand and relate to and practice work properly, then almost 50% of your job is done in English grammar. That it's 100% sure. All right. So in the similar series going ahead, regular and irregular verbs. And the question, what is regular verbs? What is irregular verbs? अभी तो वो verbs of action of being था and state था, तो अभी कितने सारे regular verbs करेंगे हम. तो अभी regular and irregular verbs होते क्या हैं? Generally regular verbs में क्या होता है? उनका जो pattern होता है, they have a certain pattern to it. वो pattern क्या होता है कि उनका जो भी एक्शन होता है ना, वो आपका एंड में या तो ईडी लगा देते हैं हम, ईडी, सिंपल ईडी, मतलब जब एक्शन हो चुका होता है तो वो उनको बोलते हैं रेगुलर वर्ब्स. जैसे कि लर्न, लर्नड, लर्नड. अब इसको थोड़ा सा सिंपल फॉर्म में देखें तो रेगुलर वर्ब्स डू नॉट चेंज देयर स्ट्रक्चर, दे रिमेन majority or most of the part in the regular verbs remain the same. Like learn in the moment present पे हो गया, ठीक है. पास्ट में जाते हैं तो learned हो गया, फिर learned हो गया, ठीक है, उसकी डिग्रीज हो गए इस तरीके से. they do not change the form, इतना उनमें खाली आपका डी और ईडी का डिफरेंस आता है, ठीक है. अब हम बात करते हैं अगर irregular verbs की. So irregular verbs are those which ending in the past and the past participle form, and they change the form. अभी मैं बोलूंगा प्रेजेंट, उसमें बोलूंगा डू. ये टेंसेस का फॉर्म है. मैं ज्यादा एक्सप्लेन अभी नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि टेंसेस करेंगे हम, फिर वापस से फर्दर रिवीजन होगा हमारा, तो हम इन सब चीजों को फिर से कवर करेंगे. जैसे डू हो गया, तो डू का इमीडिएट पास्ट क्या हो गया? डिड हो गया, ठीक. अब फिर उसका अगर हम पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म लें तो क्या होगा? डन हो गया. तो do did done every time the word is changing, तो hence there then इनको irregular verb बोलते हैं, क्योंकि ये प्रॉपरली एक फ्लो में नहीं चल रहा है, इरेगुलर है. जैसे लर्न और लर्न था, उनमें आपका एक मेजर पोर्शन ऑफ द वर्ब था वो सेम था. लर्न था, उसमें ईडी लगाया था, लर्न हो गया. ठीक है, पास में लर्न तो प्रेजेंट में हो गया, लर्न पास में हो गया, पास पार्टिसिपल में अगर गए तो लर्न हो गया. ठीक, यहां पर अगर हम इरेगुलर वर्ब से बात करते हैं तो क्या होता है, द डू डिड एंड डन चेंज हो गया पूरा चीजें. ठीक है, अभी इसके और एग्जांपल जरा आगे देखते हैं. इन बिटवीन अगर आपको कोई डाउट हो रहा हो तो प्लीज चैट में डाल करके मेरे को बोलना. ऑलराइट, अभी इसी में थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस लेते हैं जो मैंने अभी बोला. ठीक है, जैसे रेगुलर वर्ब्स को मैंने बोला क्या था, मोस्ट वर्ब्स आर रेगुलर वर्ब्स व्हेन अ डी और एन ईडी इज एडेड टू चेंज देयर टेंस फॉर्म. टेंस टाइम के कंसर्न में बोलते हैं. जब जैसे हमारा हम कहते हैं टाइम क्या हुआ है, व्हाट इज द टाइम राइट नाउ, तो टाइम को डिनोट करने के लिए हमारे पास ग्रामर में टेंस होता है. ठीक है, तो रेगुलर वर्ब का एग्जांपल क्या हुआ, जैसे मैंने बोला कि यू ऐड अ डी एंड एन ईडी दैट चेंजेस द फॉर्म, कि वो प्रेजेंट या जैसे पास्ट या पास्ट पार्टिसिपल में जाता है. ठीक है ना, वो हो जाता है रेगुलर, जहां पर आपको डी या ईडी लग रहा था. जैसे एग्जांपल के लिए आई प्ले वायलिन. आई प्ले वायलिन तो करंट में हो गया, प्रेजेंट में. आई प्लेड वायलिन ये पास्ट में चला गया. ठीक है, तो आई प्लेड वायलिन, इसमें क्या हुआ, सिर्फ मैंने ईडी ऐड कर दिया तो उसका पास्ट पार्टिसिपल हो गया. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद हो गया आई हैड प्लेड वायलिन. ठीक है, पास्ट एंड पास्ट पार्टिसिपल क्या हो गया, आई हैड प्लेड वायलिन. सिमिलरली आई बेक केक्स, ये तो मेरा एक्शन हो गया वर्ब का जो मैं करंट में कर रहा हूं. आई बेक केक्स प्रेजेंट फॉर्म. आई बेक्ड केक्स ये पास्ट फॉर्म में हो गया. आई हैड बेक्ड केक्स ये पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म में हो गया. तो यहां पे अगर आप नोटिस करो तो जो फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब है वो चेंज नहीं हो रहा उतना. डी या ईडी लग के लग रहा है. बेक है, बेक प्रेजेंट में होगा, बेक्ड पास्ट में चला गया. आई हैड बेक्ड केक्स तो पास्ट पार्टिसिपल हो गया. ठीक है, सिमिलरली आई लिसन टू माई टीचर. I listened to my teacher. I had listened to my teacher. तो यहां पर आप नोटिस करो, the integrity of the word is retained for regular verbs. Okay, when changing their tense form, time form जो change हो रहा है, the present से past and part से participle चला आ रहा है, तो वहां पर क्या हो रहा है, उसका फॉर्म चेंज नहीं हो रहा उतना. अभी listen से listened हो गया ed. ठीक है, बेक से बेक्ड हो गया ईडी. ठीक है ना, प्ले में प्लेड हो गया ईडी. ठीक है ना, तो उसमें इसका फॉर्म उतना चेंज नहीं हो रहा है. ये रेगुलर वर्ब्स होते हैं और इनका फॉर्म नहीं चेंज होता. ये प्रैक्टिस के लिए क्या है ना, आपके लिए रूल, ये अगर याद रखेंगे, इफ यू रिमेंबर दिस रूल दैट the form of the word does not change as drastically as it would change for the irregular verbs. We will do a similar exercise for irregular verbs in the coming slides, but as of now what I'm trying to say is that the words will never change their forms drastically when we talk about regular verbs. Now we'll do another exercise for the same. Now irregular verbs में क्या हुआ, जैसे मैंने अभी in the last slide that I said was that regular verbs do not change their form drastically. But irregular verbs, by their definition, do not have any kind of spelling rules. उनका form integrity maintain नहीं रहती. It changes. ठीक है? They do not follow a particular rule of that. इनको याद करने का तरीका क्या है? You must memorize them. Okay, just memorize them. For regular verbs, you don't need to memorize them. It's simply you either add a D or an ed in the end, so you get your regular verbs. But for irregular verbs, you will have to memorize them properly in your head time and again so that you do not miss out on them. Because like we always in our channel, we always do this vocabulary building. If you're not much aware of the words, then speaking becomes a very difficult part, because speaking is also a very integral part. if you're going to learn English basics properly, then your speech will also improve drastically. Because for speaking good English, you need to have a lot of words inside your head. And how will that happen? That will happen only through building your vocabulary every day. Read some kind of a book, even if you don't know English, even if you're not well versed with the words, just read it. Keep a dictionary alongside. So whatever the word that you have confusion with, immediately refer the dictionary, take the meaning out, search for the meaning in Hindi also or in any other language that you might be having. Just do it, because if you're well in control of the words, then your speech will also improve. This is the rule. All right. So like I said, was irregular verbs, they do not have any spelling rules in it, like in the case for regular verbs. For example, example of regular verbs, right? I am excited. I am excited. The action, I am excited that the college is starting, because in the current scenario of the pandemic, most of the schools and colleges are closed. Okay. So the students have this inherent excitement inside them. Okay, now the school is opening up. We'll be meeting our friends in the school or in college or in university and degrees, whatever that is. So I am excited that the college is starting. I was sad to leave home. See the changes that are happening. I have been making a lot of new friends already. The action am, was, and been, they're changing their forms. Unlike the regular verbs, wherein the form does not change that much, only with an addition of D or ED. Simply, the basic form remains the same. Similarly, the next examples, I drive to work every morning. That is the action that is being done for the moment. I drive to work every morning. I drove for nearly an hour yesterday. The moment the time degree changes, the spelling, the word, there is no spelling rule for irregular verbs. It becomes drove. I drove for nearly an hour yesterday. I had already driven halfway to the office when I realized I forgot my briefcase. So drive, drove, and driven. Three different spellings, three different forms for three different tenses. Of tenses, like I said, tenses are the things in grammar that denote time. यहाँ पर ड्राइव से ड्रोव हो गया, ड्रोव से ड्रिवन हो गया, चेंज हो गया. और पहले रेगुलर वर्ब में क्या हो रहा था, या तो मेरा कुक किया था या कुक्ड किया था, ठीक है ना, वहां पे फॉर्म चेंज नहीं हो रहा था. तो रिमेंबर दिस इन योर माइंड दैट irregular verbs do not have any kind of spelling rules as such as compared to the regular verbs. ये आपको इजी रहेगा. ओके, ये एक एक्सरसाइज है, छोटी सी प्रैक्टिस, एंड आई वांट यू ऑल टू की इन योर रिस्पॉन्सेस इन द चैट बॉक्स. ओके, this is a practice exercise for regular verbs. Now, like I had said earlier, that regular verbs are those which they change their form by adding a D or an ED in the end. So I put in some exercise here, and I want you people to key in your responses in the chat box कि regular verb का इसका जो चेंज कैसे होगा वो मेरे को प्लीज की इन करो आप लोग. यहाँ पर लुक, जंप, डांस के जो पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म होगा वो कैसे बनकर आएगा यहाँ पर रेगुलर वर्ब्स का, वो प्लीज की इन योर रिस्पॉन्सेज इन द चैट बॉक्स. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर इट. जो पास्ट पार्टिसिपल क्या होगा इनका इसमें एंटर करें, देन विल सी द आंसर्स इन द नेक्स्ट सेगमेंट. Okay, good. I'm getting responses. Great. Now for the sentences. Good, great. Ashok, If you can hear me, kindly key in your response. We will use the same thing. In the next slide, we will see the answers. Yeah. Okay, great. I've got the response. Now we'll look at the answers here. Look becomes looked in past participle, jumped, danced. These are regular verbs. So see the form, the spelling does not change that much as compared to the regular verb. Look becomes looked. We are adding only an ed in the end. For dance, dance already has an e in the end, so we just need to add d in the end, so it becomes danced. I looked through the window. He jumped with joy. They danced through the hall with joy. All right. Now, similarly, one more exercise for irregular verbs in the next segment. Okay. I'll just read out the instruction. You need to do the same here. Okay. The different pattern. Irregular verbs. I've given the option here in all the sentences. There are three words, three verbs are given. All right. You need to key in your responses, which would be rather which are of an irregular form. Keying your responses in the chat box. I would love to blank vegetables in my garden. Okay. Kindly key in your responses. In the meantime, I'm just repeating the sentences. I dash some juicy tomatoes last summer. Third sentence. He has blank a lot of different vegetables already. Now, once you are done, I'll move into the next slide, wherein we'll see if the responses that you had given are right or not. Okay. So, all right then. Okay. Let's see how many of you got it right. I would love to grow vegetables in my garden. I grew some juicy tomatoes last year. He has grown a lot of different vegetables already. So I can see a lot. Every one of you have got the right answers. So great, good to see that. Now moving ahead, the types of words that we have seen so far. Then there are kinds of verbs, which are transitive verb, intransitive, and the helping of the auxiliary verb. So transitive verbs क्या होते हैं, या intransitive क्या होते हैं, या helping and auxiliary verb क्या होते हैं? अगर if you actually apply your mindset into it, like I said, transitive verb, transitive, transitive by the name said, transferring something, transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are those which require an object to complete its meaning. Just for example, I collect coins. An object to complete its meaning. यहाँ पर I collect what? Coins. उसका एक ऑब्जेक्ट है जो कि वो उस एक्शन को कंप्लीट करता है. तो I collect coins. Action is being given to it. Okay. Intransitive verbs क्या होते हैं? जहां पर ये is complete all by itself. उसको कोई ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं. It does not require an object to complete the action. Okay. Like example, We run, we shout. Okay, we shout, action completed. We run, action completed. Don't need any object to complete the sentence. The essence is clear by itself that we shout, the action is done, completed. We don't need any, or rather, even in the absence of any object, the meaning of the sentence is completed. He shouts. Okay, he shouts. Action is completed. You don't require an object to complete it. It's an intransitive verb then. अभी यहाँ पर अगर हम object add करते हैं, if we add an object to it, then the essence is amplified. But even if in the absence of an object, the essence, the meaning of the sentence is complete. He shouts at him. Okay, now I've added an object to it. Shouting, the action of shout is happening on what? Him. He shouts at him. But even if I don't use the app, even in the absence of at him, he shouts. The action is complete. The meaning is completed. These are intransitive verbs wherein you don't require, or even in the absence of the object, the action is completed. For transitive verb, you need an an object on which the action is being done, or which are not complete by themselves. Like I said, I collect. Simple. Does not make sense, right? I collect what? I collect what? Simple. I collect. Collect means to collect something, to accumulate something. The accumulation or collection happens to something. Okay. So I collect points. In the absence of the object, the essence is not clear. The action is not clear. Okay. And intransitive, the action is complete even without the object. All right. The third ones are what? These are helping verbs, or rather, or we call them auxiliary verbs that are added before another verb to make a verb phrase sentence. Okay. Their forms are is, will, should, shall, has been, had. एक एग्जांपल अभी देते हैं, अभी आगे इसको और डिटेल में समझेंगे. She is walking. हेल्पिंग वर्ब यहां पर क्या है? इज. एक्शन क्या हो रहा है? वॉकिंग. सब्जेक्ट क्या है? शी, जो कि प्रोनाउन है. शी फॉर समवन एल्स. ओके, प्रोनाउंस आर व्हाट? प्रोनाउंस रिप्लेस नाउन्स. सो प्रोनाउन. शी इज वॉकिंग. यहां पर हेल्पिंग वर्ब है इज फॉर द एक्शन दैट इज वॉकिंग. ठीक है. अभी इसको आगे और देखते हैं थोड़ा सा डिटेल में. ठीक है. Transitive and intransitive verb, like I said, two major categories of English, and depending उनका function क्या हो रहा है. Okay, action that is happening to something or one. वो होता है आपका ट्रांजिटिव. ठीक है. एग्जाम्पल भी यहां पर मैं लेता हूं आपको, तो आपको थोड़ा क्लियर हो जाएगा. आई वॉज ईटिंग. Okay, someone is saying my voice is cracking. I'm like, so it could be the telecom issue or the network issue. I'll repeat the same thing again if you would have missed it out. All right, I'll repeat the same things again. Transitive verbs describe an action that is happening to something or someone. Okay, am I clear now? I think this could be the reason because of the network issue that is happening everywhere. Okay, we all face some of the kind of a network issue. It could be at the user end because I don't know which kind of a network place that you are sitting in. So it could be that the network around your region is disturbed. So like I said, if you have any kind of a concern, just pop in the message. I'll repeat the same thing over and. So like I said, was transitive verbs. Transitive verb describe the action that is happening to something or someone. In this sentence here, I was eating a delicious meal for dinner last night. So action is happening to what? A delicious meal is what I was eating. Delicious meal, what I was eating. The action is happening to something or someone. All right. Similarly, they met your brother at the shopping mall in Lucknow. They met your brother at the shopping mall in Lucknow. ओके तो यहां पर क्या हुआ ये आपका द ब्रदर is who they met. The action of meeting is happening to who? To your brother. That is the concerned person who. तो यहां पर क्या हुआ ये बन गया आपका ट्रांजिटिव जहां पर एक्शन जिस पर हो रहा है. ओके. Similarly, for intransitive verbs, describe an action that does not happen to something or someone or does not require. Example for the same, I can't believe our dog ran away. Okay. Now we are not clarifying or not putting the reason for which the dog ran away, but the essence of the sentence is complete by all means here. Okay. There is no object, which is receiving the action. क्योंकि जैसा बोल रहे हैं कि what did the dog ran away, for what reason, यहाँ पर नहीं है, कोई डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है यहाँ पर. Okay. There was a lot of dust in the air which made me sneeze. अभी इसमें क्या, what did I sneeze? There is no object that is receiving the action of sneeze. In the absence of an object, the verb becomes an intransitive verb for that action. Okay. Going ahead. Now we'll do a small exercise on transitive and intransitive verbs. All right. So as you can see, there are 5 sentences in front of you. Your task is to identify whether the words in bold, or rather the verbs in bold, are transitive or intransitive. Okay, there are 5 sentences, so I need 5 responses from all of you who are present in the class. Identify whether the words in bold are transitive verb or intransitive. Your time starts now. Key in your responses. This is a practice exercise for all of you. Kindly key in whether the verbs mentioned in bold are transitive or intransitive. The moment I get the responses, I'll share the answers with you. Show some speed. Show some energy. I want energy from all of you. Key in your responses. So far, I can see only one person is keying in the responses. That is Ashok Kumar. Okay, Sajal Jain. Just need to write the question number and whether the mentioned verb is a transitive or intransitive. You don't need to write the complete sentence. Only whether if it is a transitive, write a T, or if it is intransitive, write an INT. for these five questions or five sentences that are present in front of your screen. You don't need to write the complete sentence. Only write whether it's a transitive T, intransitive INT. And for the sentence, if it's like you say, if it's a transitive verb for sentence one, then write one and T or two INT similarly. Okay, I've got one response. Waiting for others to key in their responses. Come on, come on. Key in your responses. Key in your responses. Okay, now the time to see if you have got the responses right or not. Okay. She was crying all day long. It's an intransitive. Okay, how many got it right? Great. We showed her the photo album. Transitive. Good. It was raining at that time. Hmm. Intransitive. Wonderful. She laughed at the joke. Okay. Wonderful. My father doesn't drink coffee. Okay. Good. So I can see the responses are coming thick and good. Very nice. So moving ahead, another exercise on the on the similar pattern. Now for this same thing, whether these are transitive or intransitive for the given five sentences. Key in your responses. Five more sentences to check whether you have got them right earlier in a fluke or were the genuine responses. Put in your responses. Do it fast. You just have to write either T or INT. Simple, easy, either T or INT. Shouldn't take much of a time. Okay, I'm going ahead to see if you got them right or not. They are all intransitive. None of them is, you know, transitive or intransitive. They are all intransitive. Because if you can see, like I said, intransitive verbs are those which do not require any, object for them to be completed. There is nothing clear for whom the assignment is being given. It was raining yesterday, it's an intransitive. They shivered at that thought. What thought? Baby sleeps. It's an intransitive. Okay. Subtle changes are there. Okay. You don't need to be, too much perturbed by that. Only subtle changes are there. The more, like I said, the more you practice, the more things will be clearer in your mind. There are exercises given in the module for you to practice on them. So once the session is completed, kindly go back to the module, do the practice exercises for your own good. Okay. So now that the transitive and transitive part is completed, there are two more verbs that we need to cover upon, and those are finite and non-finite verbs. Okay. Now, if you could understand by the meaning what finite verbs mean. So finite verbs are those verbs which then, which change their forms when there is a change in number or a person of the subject. Okay. The finite verbs also have a different form in different tenses. Comparatively, non-finite verbs do not change their form when the number or the person of the subject changes. Okay. And in the same pattern, here the option is given whether these following sentences, the verbs given in commas with bold are finite or infinite. Just remember, finite verbs change their form when there is a change in number or person of the subject. So identify in the following four sentences whether the mentioned verb in bold is finite verb or non-finite verb. My little brother wants to be an actor. If it is a finite, key in F. If it is a non-finite, key in NF. Similarly, in the second sentence, Nikhil worked hard to pass the test. Remember, the action that is being done, अगर उसका आपका नंबर या परसेंट चेंज हो रहा है सब्जेक्ट का, तो वो फाइनाइट या नॉन फाइनाइट होता है. निखिल couldn't solve the problem. सब्जेक्ट यहाँ पे फाइनाइट है या नॉन फाइनाइट है. The doctor is attending to the injured people. फाइनाइट है या नॉन finite है. Key in your responses for these four sentences whether if it is a finite verb, key in F with the number of the sentence, and if it is a non-finite verb, key in NF with the number of the sentence. For example, अगर one वाला sentence finite है तो write in 1 and F. अगर one वाला non-finite है तो key in 1 and NF. Kindly keen fast because we have one more topic to cover, which is adverbs. Because in our course calendar, we had mentioned that today will be the day wherein we'll be covering two topics, verbs and adverbs. So verbs is almost complete. And after this, we'll be covering the adverbs side. Number of the sentence with either F or NF. F for finite and NF for non-finite. Hello? Responses, please. I'm not getting the responses. Or should I move ahead with for the response in the next slide? Okay, I'm moving it because I don't have much of a time today. We'll be covering. We need to cover adverbs as well. So please put in your responses fast. Okay. All right then. In this sentence, my little brother wants to be an actor. Wants is a finite verb, which all of you have got right except for one. Additional detail: to be is a non-finite. Nikhil worked hard to pass the test. To pass is non-finite, except for one. All of them, all of you got it right. Nikhil couldn't solve the problem. It's a finite verb, which only one got it right. The doctor is attending to the injured people. Is attending is finite, which two of you got right. Okay, great. You're doing good. Just need to practice it. Okay. Now that we have covered the topic, verbs, all of it is being covered. You can see and go back to the live session in the module. It will be available for you once the session is over. The session will be available for you in the module, so you can go again for your revision purpose. All right, and go for practice in the module. So the next topic in the same lines is what is an adverb. Quite suggestive. Adverb, adding to verb, similar like we had adjective. Adding description to noun was an adjective. Similarly, an action verbs are action words. Adding additional value or description to verb is an adverb. Now, by definition, if we say, by definition, adverbs are words that modify verbs. This is by the definition that I'm saying. All right. Or adjectives or other adverbs or even the entire clause. All right. Now then, depending on what they modify and how, adverbs can appear anywhere in the sentence. Most commonly, the adverbs are formed by adding an ly in end to the existing adjective. Okay, like slow, adding an ly, slowly. Wide, because these are all adjectives. If you can see in this particular line over here, adverbs are words that modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, or even the entire sentence. All right. Slow is an adjective. Adding an ly makes it an adverb. Slowly, quickly, widely, beautifully, or commonly. Okay, moving ahead in the same line. Commonly adverbs are formed from adjectives. तो अगर हम यहाँ पे अगर आप इस पे अगर नोटिस करो इस टैबुलर फॉर्मेट में, तो यहाँ पर क्या है, एडजेक्टिव क्या है, हैप्पी. तो हैप्पी का एडवर्ब हो गया क्या, हैप्पीली, एडिंग एन ly in the end. Happily, kind, kindly, wonderful, wonderfully, loud, loudly, sad, sadly, beautiful, beautifully, sweet, sweetly. We are just adding ny in the end to make them adverbs. और adverbs क्या था, फिर से एक बार देख लेते हैं. यहाँ पर बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस नहीं है, बट हाँ बहुत फर्क पड़ता है अगर आपने इसको गलत यूज किया तो. Words that modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, or even the entire clause. वो words जो कि existing verb या फिर adjectives या फिर other adverbs को modify करते हैं, they are called adverbs. Adding more, add से आप अंदाजा लगा लो, just visualize it. Add means adding something extra or additional to the existing thing. Add verb, verb को add on कर रहे हैं value, तो वो हो गए adverbs. ठीक है, अभी इसमें एक और एग्जांपल देखते हैं, क्योंकि many adverbs जो होते हैं ना, वो most adverbs हैं, उनके एंड में आप ly ऐड करते हो तो वो adverb बन जाता है. अब यहां पर अगर आप सिंपल देखो, कुछ वर्ड्स ऐसे भी होते हैं जो कि ly में एंड होते हैं बट स्टिल आर नॉट एडवर्ब्स. ठीक है ना, जरूरी, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी दैट एवरी वर्ड दैट हैज एन ly इन द एंड इज एन एडवर्ब. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल, सैम वाज फीलिंग लोनली. लोनली, ठीक है. लवली, they are not adverbs. Lively, these are not adverbs. Okay, it's not necessary that every word that is ending in ly needs to be an adverb. There are some exceptions to it, which are lonely, lovely, and lively. These are all एक feeling है. Okay, these are not adverbs. Feeling है कि lonely is a feeling, lovely is a feeling, lively is a feeling. Okay, these are not adverbs. Okay. अभी एडवर्ब्स के टाइप्स क्या होते हैं, काइंड्स क्या हैं, जैसे कि अभी आपके पास adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, adverbs of frequency, adverbs of purpose and reason. If you go by even the first adverb, which is adverb of manner, वो क्या होता है, what is it? It describes in which manner an action is done. Meaning the action that was done, describing that action, how good or bad it was done, वो उसका मैनर हो जाता है कि किस मैनर में वो हुआ था. जैसे रामू प्लेज गिटार स्किलफुली, सो स्किल इज एन एक्शन, स्किलफुली उसका एडवर्ब हो गया, तो वो एडवर्ब ऑफ मैनर. मैनर क्या, वो गिटार कितना अच्छे से बजा लेता है, तो वो प्लेज स्किलफुली. ओके, प्लेज स्किलफुली. नेक्स्ट उसमें आता है इन द सेम सीरीज एडवर्ब्स ऑफ प्लेस. Quite suggested by the nature, it describes where an action is done. Okay, उसी में टाइम भी आता है, describe when the action is done. Place and time एक साथ में मोस्टली चलता है. अगर आप देखें एडवर्ब्स का, place and time, जहां पर आपका एक्शन कहां पर हुआ है, where the action is done is called the adverb of place. And adverb of time क्या होता है, जहां पर वो डिस्क्राइब करता है when the action is done. Similarly, अगर मुझसे कोई पूछे कि how long have you been living in this city or in that particular country, तो मेरा क्या उसका immediate response to that question would be I've lived here for about 2 years. तो पहली बात तो क्या हुआ, एक्शन प्लेस का क्या हुआ, आई हैव लिव्ड हियर फॉर अबाउट 2 years, ठीक है ना. हियर इज द प्लेस. Adverb of place is I have lived here for about 2 years. Describing the time. तो adverb of time, तो place और time दोनों मोस्टली अगर आप देखोगे ना, तो adverb of place and time they will be going hand in hand. Okay. Next आता है हमारा adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency shows how many times an action is being done. For example, I clean my room every day. या अगर मैं करंट सिनेरियो में बात करूं, आई टेक क्लासेस ऑन दीज मेनी डेज, like our live sessions are done on Tuesdays and Fridays. So it shows the frequency that I take the live sessions on Fridays and Tuesdays. तो ये फ्रीक्वेंसी बता रहा, तो ये एडवर्ब ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी हो गया. फिर आता है पर्पस एंड रीजन. It describes the purpose or the reason for the action. You know, ऐसा हो सकता है कि there was some issue in the gym. Example जैसे जो sentence में आपको he therefore left the gym. There must have been something reason for that, which is I'm saying he therefore left. मतलब वो छोड़ के चला गया जिम. He therefore. So वहां पर क्या है, कोई reason है. There is some reason behind the concerned he, the concerned pronoun here, to have left the gym. Some reason behind he left the gym. He therefore left the gym. तो ये आपका हो गया adverb of purpose and reason. अभी सिमिलरली छोटा सा फिल इन द ब्लैंक से प्रैक्टिस हम और करेंगे फॉर दीज. Okay. There are 5 sentences in front of you. You need to fill in the blanks with your responses. Okay. For all these 5 sentences. This is a practice exercise. So it shouldn't take much of a time for you. It's quite easy. Put in your response, very easy. Are you guys facing some kind of a network issue at your end? I can see the responses happening, but then I'm not getting the responses at my end. In your responses fast. or should I move ahead to the responses side? Okay, so I'm moving ahead to the responses side now. Okay, so here are the responses. It was, like I said, quite self-suggestive for these responses. All of you got them right. Now, with this, we come to the end of our session, which was on verbs and adverbs. And sincere request from all of you. By the end of the day, you will be receiving another practice exercise on the topics that we had done today. You will be getting these exercises in your inboxes on mail, and you will be and I presume that you are receiving all the responses for the practice exercises that we are sending you for the topics that are covered for that particular day and live session. And you will be getting the practice exercises on verbs and adverbs till the time we go to the next topic. And the next topic is the three ions. So, and with these three ions, our the major part, which is the parts of speech in English grammar, will be complete. These three ions are prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. All right. And instructions for you all: check your inboxes daily, because we send practice exercises for the topics that are readily covered. Like today, we have covered verbs and adverbs. So by the evening, you will be receiving the practice exercises for the same on the same topic, and then the response time date will be mentioned in the mail itself. And before I log off the session, please key in your responses whether you're getting the emails that we send from our side. If you're getting the emails that you are getting in your inboxes, write a yes. If you're not getting, write an N for no. Are you getting the emails that we are sending from our site to you all? Okay, great. So please do the exercises that you get on emails. Follow the instructions through the emails, okay? Because these are practice exercises which will help you to, brush up your English grammar basics, help you build a strong foundation. And once we are through with this, we will be adding more micro level sessions to the topics for English grammar. All right, because we want to help you all to reach to that level wherein the grammar, the language as such, English, comes out of your mouth immediately as if it's your mother native language. Okay, because we have this problem. We think in our native language, try to convert that and then speak. So the problem lies there. We think in our native language and speak in another language. So the basic thing is that the thought process should be so much aligned with the virtue, with the help of the basics, that the moment you start speaking or writing or doing anything in the concerned language, which is English in our case now, the flow comes easily, naturally to you. Okay, so to achieve that, you need your thought process in the same manner. Practice the exercises that are given to you, and come up with any kind of doubts you may be having to our discussion forum that is mentioned in the module. please put in your doubts or queries in the discussion forum. We'll be more than happy to help you out with that. And keep doing the practice exercises that we give you after the end of every session for the concerned topic that we do. All right. So hereby, I'm signing off from here. And until next time, next session, next live session, that will be happening on Friday. That will be on the 3 ions, which are prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. All right then. So thank you for your time. See